we streaming? We're streaming. Dude, look at this mushroom. Look at this thing. Doesn't that look cool? This is sukiyaki from Katsuya. Good stuff, man. It's a good dish. Little udon noodles in there. But anyway, so this stream is about... The topic of this stream is the issues of unaccompanied minors. And, of course, this video is about California, because that's where I am. And I would like to know from the chat if you guys are dealing with the same issue in the states that you are in. I didn't get a chance to eat before the stream had to start. I was like hurrying up to heat this up so I could eat it during the stream. Good stuff though. Look at that. So anyways, what do you guys think like about this unaccompanied minor issue? Like I'll start, you know what, I'll just let you know how I feel about it. So when I first started driving for Uber, I think it was about a year before I realized, like, oh, hey, we're not supposed to be driving kids. Like, I mean, I remember like, my first month, I picked up this kid. He must have been, like, 9 years old. I think he was. I think he even told me. Cool kid. I was over in the west side, you know, like Palisade, Santa Monica area. But, yeah, how weird, right? To, like, be driving around a 9-year-old. And at the time, I thought nothing of it. I just thought, well, this is what we do. I mean, cabs do this, right? Well, difference is, in California, the cabs are fingerprinted. So, they can do that. If you're fingerprinted, the California Public Utilities Commission says you can drive minors, you're fine. But Uber and Lyft, they chose not to fingerprint us, knowing that rule. And who knows, maybe that was the right move for them. But this is where the problem lies. As drivers, we often, and I'm telling you every day, like just last week, I had 3 in a row. Wait, no, this week. Was it this week? But yeah, just recently I had 3 in a row pickups that were minors. Now, what am I supposed to do at that point? Like, basically, for the amount of time it took me to get a request, drive to go pick up the request, and then tell them that I couldn't drive them. I mean, there was a lot of time wasted. So basically, like, I'm out doing my job, trying to make money, which we all know we're making less and less all the time. And basically, for 3 pickups in a row, I was unable to make money, right? Problem. So what most drivers do is they just pick up the kids. Most, literally most. I'm not talking like 50%. I'm talking like a big most drivers just drive the kids. Unless they're like super young, you know, like most drivers just drive. Like if a kid's like 16, 17, even 15, a lot of drivers will just drive them. And this is what I'm curious about. And I got to find this out because this has become such a big issue on this channel that it really bothers me that we don't really know exactly, and we don't have like any real stories about what the consequences are if we do drive minors. That, I have to find that out somehow. And I'm not exactly sure how to go about it. And, you know, I think it would be really awesome if the news would pick up this issue and do a story on it. And I'm actually really curious why they don't. Because it's pretty obvious that Uber wants us to pick up the kids. Like, that's the way it's set up. You know, like, they're basically washing their hands of the issue by occasionally throwing out something that we have to agree to, saying, like, that this is one of the rules. But then they don't tell us what's going to happen if we do it. And if the kids, and this is what happens. See, I interviewed one of the kids. And I think I'm going to make a video about this interview. But I interviewed one of the kids from last week. And I've been talking to a bunch of kids. And it's very clear that when we report unaccompanied minor pickups... That's funny. When we report unaccompanied minor pickups, we... nothing happens. Like, This one kid that I saw, he said it's happened to him multiple times. Drivers wouldn't pick him up. And then he just orders again, and another driver picks him up, and he never gets an email, nothing. Nothing said to him. So, I mean, that's kind of crazy. And then, you know, the most recent thing that they sent us to sign, it specifically says that it's Uber and Lyft's responsibility to make sure that these people can't make accounts. And so if it's their responsibility to make sure that they can't make accounts, and then when we report them, they do nothing about it, that means that Uber and Lyft are not doing what they're supposed to be doing and what they've agreed to do for the state of California. Oh, wow, that's terrible, Sean. Nobody likes it when women get hit. Not good. What's up, Ollie? Mass marketed as a security and safety issue for minors. It is a security and safety issue for minors. Like, how are we supposed to know if the parents are saying it's okay for these minors to go where we're being told to take them in the app? You know what I mean? Like, a lot of times we get these minor things on Friday and Saturday nights, and it's like 15, 16-year-old kids going to house parties. Like, and then how are we supposed to know what to do? Like, what happens when a 17-year-old gets off work at Target at like 11 p.m. at night or even later, and they got to go to school the next morning, and then we come along and we're like, sorry, can't drive you. You should have known better. And they're like, oh, well, I use Uber all the time. I've used it 100 times. This is the first time any driver ever denied me. And then, like, 16-year-old girl is just stuck at Target at 11 at night because the Uber driver won't drive her home. Like, don't you think that's a little bit crazy? And then, like, her parents probably have to go to work the next day. So, like, I don't know, there should be something for them, you know? So, that's the issue that we're dealing with. It's not right. And Uber and Lyft are not doing anything about it. And it's just amazing to me that the news hasn't picked this up as a story. Oh, thank you, Barbara. Thank you, thank you. I know, YouTube police is not funny. I better change my name. Thank you, Barbara. You're awesome. Where are you from, Barbara? What's up, Anthony? Anthony? What's up, Drive Town? That's another one. Oh my gosh, thanks, Drive Town. That's another point. I wanted to make a list of points that I wanted to cover, but I set the stream and I just didn't get around to, giving myself an outline. Only because, like, a lot of this stuff, like, I'm dealing with it so much, it's, like, fresh on my mind. But Drive Towin is so right. What do we do when we pick up someone and we're thinking like, oh, yeah, this person's definitely 18. And this has happened to me a couple times. And you start the trip and you start driving and then you hear them talk and you're like, oh, shoot, like, this is just a kid. Like, and then you ask them to make sure, like, right, like, hey, are you 18? And they're like, no. Or actually what happens to me is they're like, yeah. Like, I immediately lie. And then it turns out that they're not. Then what do? Like, you've already driven like a couple miles down the road. You got this kid in the car. I mean, obviously what you would have to do is go back to where you picked them up. Like, you can't just kick them out of the car right there. You can't. It's a minor. You can't pick up a minor, drive a couple miles down the road, and then kick them out of the car. I mean, you can, but you definitely shouldn't, and definitely not at night. Definitely not in a big city. South Jersey. Hey, what's up, Jenny Hearts? What's up? What's up, John? South Jersey. Wow, thanks, Barbara. Thank you. I would love to go to Jersey. I've been there once. I went to Edison, New Jersey for like a, I was working at there's like a convention center over there. That's where I was working. Yo, what's up, Gio? Hey, Gio, you guys have the same thing in Chicago, right? Where you're not supposed to pick up minors? Especially at night? Yeah. I figured you'd say something like that. Oh, thanks, Regular Rob. Oh, yeah. I'm definitely being rude sometimes. I'm not... Like, and no, that's something I want to cover here. A lot of people try to tell me that I'm rude. A lot of people try to tell me that I'm sensitive. Like, I don't already know. Like, yeah, I'm rude, I'm sensitive, I'm all those things. Like, thanks for reminding me, but the reminder was really unnecessary. Because I already know that. Like, why would I not want to be rude? You know? Somebody wastes my time, I'm going to get all condescending like a cop. You know? I'm going to get cop condescending on their ass. Because that's what cops do, right? They get all condescending with you when you act stupid and you don't know the rules and you try to lie to them. Why do you think they act like that? It's human nature. It just comes naturally to you. When somebody's trying to pull one over on you and they're wasting your time, that's when you step up the rude and condescending. You know, that's not when you hold it back and you try to show everybody that you're such a big person and you're like a much bigger person than everybody. Like, no. Like, the moment a 15-year-old comes up to me and tries to pull some shit, that's when I go down to their level. That's not when I, you know... That's insane. That's not good for your well-being, by the way. It's poor character, and it's not good for your well-being to let people mess with you and just be the bigger person. Like, no. That's not how life works. Sometimes it's a good route, but not always. Let me see if I can adjust my... having a little issue with my my exposure. I'm going to try to bring that down a little bit for you guys so I don't look so pale. It's a good look, I know, but I'm going to see if I can fix it for you. There we go. That's good. That's good enough. Alright. So, what are you guys saying? So rude. I know, man. Thank you. Thank you, Gio. Oh, thanks, Father Thomas. No minors. So, see, no minors in Chicago either. So, this is like there's very few states and cities, actually, that don't have the no minor rules. I'd like to find that out, too. Because I think, like, if I'm going to be putting this stuff out to the world, like, I want to give people more thorough information and just, you know, let them know, like, where is this a rule? Because it throws a lot of kids off, too. Like, a lot of kids see this and they get all salty. And the truth is, like, everybody needs to know this information so that they can confidently know, like, where they stand and what's really going on. Huh. What's up, Dustin? Another thing about this unaccompanied minor issue. Now, this is not a lot of people saying this, but some people have said that the way that the rule is worded, because I read it earlier in another video, the one where I'm holding the paper and there's like a little devil up here. So, one person said that the way that it's worded, that we don't need to check ID. But that's ridiculous, because if it's our responsibility to make sure we don't drive anybody under 18, then we have to check ID, because that's the only way to make sure that we're not driving anybody under 18. The argument to that by somebody was, oh man, why do people call me while I'm streaming? Hello? Yeah, sure.
I am not trying to sell you anything or ask for a
Oh, but first,
donation.
I have to tell you, this call is being recorded.
Okay.
Okay.
I would like to have you, but I would like to have you take a few minutes of you to answer a brief survey about issues that are important to residents in your community. Are you registered to vote at your current address?
Yes.
Before we begin, I need to know if I have reached you on a cell phone, and if so, are you in a place where you can talk safely?
I mean, I only have like a second, so if you have like something to ask me, just go for it.
Is there a better time I can try to reach you? Because the survey is probably about 10 minutes long, sir.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's like some other time, yeah, because I'm in the middle of a recording.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for your time, and you have
Yeah.
a good day.
You too, bye. Political survey. Yeah. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, so where was I, guys? What was I talking about? Okay, so the unaccompanied minor issue. Shit. Damn it. I'm so easily distracted. What's up, Hans Holt? You need to go somewhere else with that. I'd appreciate it. Good answer. I agree with you. It annoys me when people comment and say you're just being a jerk because they don't know how to deal with this. Yeah, exactly. Like, people don't even try. You know, I mean, I don't even want to get into this, but just for a second. Like, you know, negative people are going to be negative. So, like, I know, like, you see my comments and you see all this, like, nonsense. Like, don't even listen to it, you know? Like, people, like, a lot of people in my comments, they're looking to tear me down and say whatever they can at their own convenience to make me look like a total a-hole. But the irony of it is they're the ones that end up looking like a total a-hole. And the only reason they do it is because it's anonymous. Nobody even knows who's saying that stuff. So it's like, whatever. Speaking of toxic communities in the comments, I don't know if you guys know about, like, live streaming, or if any of you ever heard the term CX in the chat. But the top live streamer in the world, Ice Poseidon, moved just a couple miles from me. Ice Poseidon moved to the valley. So CX is in the valley. I've been wanting to say that. CX is in the valley. So there's going to be some pretty... Hey, what's up, Salty? Hola. So there's going to be some pretty sweet... Check out this sukiyaki, Salty. Bomb from Katsuya. But, yeah, so CX is in the valley. There's going to be some crazy parties. He's got this mansion that they're all streaming from, and I might have to go over there and do some live streams from the mansion. The streamer house. Oh, yeah. I'm not trying to sell you anything, yeah. All right. So okay, so what do you guys think of this unaccompanied minor issue? Like, anybody have anything to say? Like, any points that I missed on this? Like, Uber, basically, the issue here is Uber doesn't care. Uber wants us to drive the minors. They just don't want to get in trouble for it. So they create this rule. Well, they didn't create the rule. Okay, first of all, the rule is that the California Public Utilities Commission, if you're going to drive minors, you have to be fingerprinted. So Uber and Lyft decided not to fingerprint us, which is kind of crazy because you would think, like, if you're going to do a thorough background check on your drivers, wouldn't you need to fingerprint them? Hey, what's up, Bob? Oh, man, everybody's showing up finally. A lot of my streams lately, like, people haven't been coming into. Because, I think, my views, like, it all depends on my views. If my views are up, then YouTube recommends my live streams. If my views aren't up, then my live stream doesn't get recommended as much. And I just released that video right now that's, like, looks like it's on the verge of going viral. The one with the kid. So, let's see. Let's see how many views it's at. Yeah, it's already over 1,000 views. So that's pretty good. It hasn't even been out for 12 hours yet. So that's a lot of views. Yeah, minors know better. Yeah, a lot of people in my comments say that. They say like, oh, you should have explained to them. They probably didn't understand. And it's like, why do you think they jumped out of my car without saying anything and just took off? Do you think when I asked for ID that they took off because I was creepy? That's what people say. It's like, no. Like, I appreciate you for noticing how creepy I am. Like, that's awesome. I'll take that. Like, that's dope. But it has nothing to do with why the kids took off. They wanted a ride. Okay? They did not want to jump out of my car and take off because I was too creepy for their future gangster asses. Like, no. They wanted that ride. They didn't have ID that proved that they were over 18. Thank you, Jenny Hearts. I love getting hearts. Yeah, so... Oh, wait. I'm not surprised they don't fingerprint. Luckily, I'm a good guy, but I was able to substitute teach in my state and county while under investigation for a felony drug charge. Completely shocking to me. That's interesting. T-Miner thinks I whine too much. Eating in a live cast. See, now, thank you, T-Miner. Thanks for coming into the chat. You are the perfect example of what I was just talking about. How some people are just really negative and they're just looking to tear somebody down. And what I always recommend to people like you, because I do appreciate you and I do want to see you do good in life, is to look at Theodore Roosevelt's quote, named Man in the Arena. So look up Man in the Arena by Theodore Roosevelt. I actually have a video about it. I'll leave it at that. Barbara thinks all drivers should be fingerprinted, and then any ride that includes a minor should be identified as so. I also think you shouldn't pick up minors after a certain time. Ooh, that's a good one. But what about like the kids? Like there's 17-year-old kids that work at Target and they get out at 11. Like they should be able to get a ride. I think it would be kind of interesting is if somehow there was a system where they can like register to get rides home from work, and that somehow the app knows like, you know, like their parents can help them set it up, and the app knows that they work at a certain place, and somehow it all gets like approved. I don't know. I mean, really, they should just fingerprint us. Like if that's the rule, then that's the solution. Like just, or even just have certain drivers fingerprinted. Like if you're a really highly rated driver and you've been on the Uber platform for a certain amount of time without any problems, then they will allow you to get fingerprinted and you can start driving minors. And it would be nice if they could actually charge a little extra money for the minors. That'd be kind of cool. But like I've been compiling these videos of, you know, what happens with the minors. I'm hoping that some news station out there will pick it up someday and do a story on this, because I just don't understand. What is this? And I really, if anybody knows a driver that's been affected negatively by this rule, like they drove minors, they got in an accident, bad things happened to them because they didn't follow the rule. Like I'm looking for somebody like who has been affected because they didn't follow the rule. What do I tell people when they want to go out of the route and make extra stops when they're... Well, I just take them. Like, there's nothing I can tell them, you know? All you can really do when a passenger... Like, okay, if you don't care about your rating, just take off, you know? Just tell them, like, you know, take your stuff. Don't leave it in the car and then just take off. They'll give you a 1 star, you're fine, whatever. But if you care about your rating, you're stuck with them. Like, you give them a 1 star after because they weren't appreciative, you know, and they weren't respectful of your time. You know, you could tell them, like, hey, like, this is not what's best for me. Like, I'd rather not, you know, but honestly, like, you could go from one bad luck situation to another bad luck situation. So I just look at it like, whatever. Like, I'm suffering from some bad luck for the moment. Hopefully the next trip will be better. You never know where one trip will lead you to a better trip. Like, you just don't know what's going to happen next. So my advice is to not try to take too much control over every moment of your day. And just when you get in a bad situation that's bad luck and you're not making the money that you want to make, well, sometimes it's just too late to do anything about it. Do I speak Russian? I do not speak Russian, but I am. My great grandparents came in from Soviet Czechoslovakia, so I don't know. Okay, let me catch up to you guys. I'm a little behind here. Speak softly, carry a big stick. I like that. That's not the Man in the Arena quote, but yeah, look up Man in the Arena guy. Man in the Arena is one of my favorite quotes of all time. And then another one is Abraham Lincoln. If you want to test a man's character, give him power. I believe that's the quote. Highly rated drivers being able to drive them. Yeah, that's smart, right? Highly rated drivers should be allowed to get fingerprinted and drive minors. Something we just came up with today. I like that. And Barbara agrees. And Barbara knows. Barbara knows what's up. Minor. Do they do digging in caves? Did I spell minor wrong? Oh, shit. Thanks for noticing that. I'll fix it. Oops. Oops. I fixed it. Oh, no, it's not fixing. Darn it. Oh, my gosh. Now I look like an idiot. Well, thanks for pointing out that I look like an idiot. What's up, Quaker? I know a girl who's 15 and she takes an Uber without a guardian every day to school. Yep, see? Salty knows what I'm talking about. If Paula was here, she'd be telling you all about, tell her about Hop, Skip, Drive. Hop, Skip, Drive is like Uber, but for kids. Why not pay the $55 to get a live scan done and have the ability to drive minors? Yeah, but we're not given the... Like, I should just do it. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. I think that'll be good to for my channel. Like, go out and get live scanned for this reason. Because unaccompanied minors has become such a topic on my channel. I should just go do it myself. Because technically, even though Uber isn't putting it on file that I've been live scanned, like, if I do go live scan myself, then I'm not breaking the rule by the California Public Utility Commission. I've passed a fingerprint live scan. So then I've made it myself able to drive minors because I passed the live scan. So, like, who cares what Uber and Lyft think? Like, it's the California Public Utilities Commission that made the rule. But then there's the insurance issue. Like, does James River Insurance... Did I lose you guys? Is my live stream gone? Music, I thought I was taxing for one.
The QuickBooks Self-Employed app allows me
Am I
to
back?
take a photo of my receipts.
Am I back? Oh, it's not showing anything on my screen, but... Okay, cool. But I see that I'm back, so that's good. Oh, boy. Alright, cool. I don't know what happened there. That was weird. But hey. Don't call it a comeback. Okay. So. Yeah, I was eating Nopi. So what do you guys think? I better not live stream minors? Why not? If I'm live streaming, I can't just stop the stream. I can't just stop the stream. Like, why would I not live stream them? You know, you guys are freaking out about the whole minors on video thing, but the truth is, like, the real big issue with having minors in your video is making sure that you don't violate, like, labor laws. There's labor laws pertaining to minors that are very strict. But just having a minor, like, appear in your video for a moment isn't necessarily, like, a problem. Alright. Looks like I gotta fix the... constantly having to adjust this. Ugh. Better. Better. Yo, what's up, Sarah? What's up, Sarah? So what's up? What are you guys doing this weekend? Watching YouTube? Watching YouTube. Well, I mean, Barbara, honestly, like, you don't have to, like, live stream it to YouTube. Like, that, you know, people are paying your service to... They're not really getting in Ubers and Lyfts expecting to be live streamed, right? It's against the rules to do it, so... The way I look at it is if the people are cool with it, then fine. Like, even if it's a minor. If I pick up a minor and the minor is like, yeah, let's live stream on YouTube, then yeah, so what? I don't care, but, I mean, you know how it goes. Like, we're not even supposed to pick up minors, so... Out flexing until 10, that's going to be you, huh? Existential bread. Oh, nice. Nice. 1 a.m. Where are you? Like, London? Alexa, where is it 1 a.m. right now?
You are 2.15 miles. 3.46 kilometers.
Alexa, shut up. Sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but you're just way off topic there. Oh, you mean tape? Yeah, I got you, Barbara. Okay. Yeah, definitely. I mean, well, my dash cam's always running, so... Oh, shoot, I'm buffering. Oh, I can go get a live scan at the CSUN Police Department? No way. Thanks, Jed Clark. That is good to know. I'm going to put that in my notes of something to do. Okay. So... Live scan at CSUN Police. That is dope. I didn't know... thought I had to go, like, downtown to do that. Oh, Germany. Okay. Cool. Well, I have picked up some minor salty. I mean, you see it in my videos. Sometimes I pick people up and I think that they're not minors. Like, they look totally old enough to me. And then also, like, you know, the last video, like, it's like several in a row. You know, once I have to deny, like, 2 minors, the third one, I'm just like, dude, like, I'm just gonna drive them. Unless they look like they're 10 years old, at some point, I'm just like, dude, this is too many. Like, I can't just keep driving to pickups and having to deny them because they're minors. Because, you know, you don't get any money when that happens. Unless enough time goes by that you get, like, the no-show fee. But they don't give you any money when you say it's an unaccompanied minor. It's really weird how that works. Oh, just wondering... Wait, what are you wondering, Rob? Hold on. So no picking up minors at all if you're a driver. Do the Uber rules say it? Just wondering. Yeah, no picking up minors at all. If they're 1 day younger than 18, we just can't pick them up, and that's that. And yeah. And I don't think it's a bad rule, okay? I'm not trying to say that that's a terrible rule. It's how it's all being handled, though. Like, we're being put in a bad position because they're letting kids order. And I finally interviewed some kids this week, and they told me, like, yeah, sometimes a driver will deny them. And then they just order again and get another one. And the apps, Lyft, Uber, they never say anything to the kids. Like, the status of their account doesn't change. They don't get an email. Nothing. Like, they just order another car. It's that simple. And I think that that's not right. That doesn't follow the California Public Utilities Commission's rule. It says in the rule that the person has to, that the apps, Uber and Lyft, can't let minors make accounts. But minors have accounts. And then when we tell them that it's an unaccompanied minor, they do nothing with the account. They don't even let the account holder know anything that they were reported even. So Uber and Lyft are not following the rules set by the California Public Utilities Commission. They're literally ignoring them. And then they're sending us the rules saying like, oh, hey, like it's our responsibility. When it says specifically in the rule that minors are not allowed to make accounts. So if minors aren't allowed to make accounts, and then they keep getting reports that a certain account is being used by an unaccompanied minor, then something needs to be done with that account. And nothing's being done. I'm getting a headache over this right now. Uber will pay if you call in about a minor. So I'll get $3.60, right? But then, like, the $3.60 that I'm going to get, it's not even worth the time that it took for me to make the phone call. I mean, it is and it isn't, right? You know what I mean? It's just not set up in a way for the fastest growing company in the history of the world. Like, it didn't become the fastest growing company in the history of the world by accident. It was decisions like this, where it's like, oh, let's figure out a way to skate the regulations. And there's just another example where it's like, yeah, drivers can go out there and just drive minors. We'll just make a rule, you know, and then we'll send mixed messages and not do anything about it. Like, I'm seriously getting a headache talking about this. Cool. And it was a rule the entire time. So obviously, like, for them to start telling us, like, hey, this is a rule, something must have happened. What message do they send, William? Lyft has better customer support for that. That's a fact. If absolve themselves of any risk when they send out the rules that we agree to, then all they have to do is say, well, we told them not to. So basically, like, if anything bad happens, Uber and Lyft should give us a little better support than out in and out. You're in and out. Oh, buffering, scuffed stream. Sorry, guys. Doesn't care. Why should you? Okay. Pretty bad buffering. You know what? It's probably because my brother is playing a game because it's the weekend. My brother is also on the same internet connection, and he's playing like some game, and it could be eating up all the throughput. Yeah, so I'm just going to end this stream because there's no point in continuing a stream when there's like gnarly buffering going on. But, you know, there's the information. I got it out there. I just wanted you guys to know what's going on with this unaccompanied minor issue. And there's going to be more about it. Like, I actually have more videos to edit. Like the kid that I interviewed about the issue. And, yeah, we're going to get to the bottom of this. We're going to try to get this on the news. It would be nice to see, like, all the mainstream news companies to do a story about this. I have a feeling that we won't be seeing a story about this on the... Oh, okay. So, yeah. But I'm out of here. I'm going to try and get some work done. And I might stream on my other channel. You know, the other channel. The one that I was talking about on my last live stream. So I might stream on that tonight while I'm out and about, if you know what I'm saying. So, look out for that, guys. But I'm out of here. I am out of here. Later, Nopi. Later, X11. Oh, thanks, Nopi. That's awesome. Thanks, guys. Oh, and thanks, Barbara, if you're still there. Thank you, Barbara, for a couple bucks. Love that. Love getting those super chats. But yeah. Thanks, guys. I'll be as sassy as I can be, Father Thomas.